is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Let's go to our man Dave in Clearwater. Hey, Dave, Happy New Year. What's happening, man?
Happy New Year to you, my brother. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great, man. How you been?
I am doing well, man. I'm doing well. Can I throw a quote out at you?
Sure.
In the market, somebody knows something. Someone always knows something. That statement was made by a great trader by the name of Tom O'Brien about 6-7 years ago.
Oh, yeah?
And it kind of hit me like a brick. You're right. Somebody always knows something.
Hey, Carlos, what's going on, brother?
I'm calling you back, Tom. This morning I had the pleasure to talk to you and your son, and I don't want to miss the opportunity to talk to you again.
Well, I think you made some money on this bond.
Oh, yes, Tom. Your newsletter helped me.
That's a beautiful thing. We appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great weekend, folks. It's a TGIF. Market-wise, let's take a look at this market. We have the Dow Industrials up 82. You get the Nasdaq up 37. S&Ps are up 11. Gold contract up $11, trading at $12.28 an ounce. Silver up 25 cents, $15.94 an ounce. Platinum up 15 bucks, $9.21 an ounce. You get copper up 3 pennies at $2.69 a pound. Light sweet crude up 53 cents, $46.78 a barrel. Notes: 10-year note up 8 ticks, 125.21. 30-year bond up a half a point, 14 ticks, 152.20. King dollar getting taken apart, down 583 ticks, breaking out its lows, 94.925. You get King dollar going after the 92 to 91 area. This is a consolidation that's been in since January of 2015. And if we break that 92 area, folks, 92 to 91, 880, we're going to 88. Pretty serious King dollar downtown. Euro, the euro is trading at 114.67 to the U.S. dollar. The yen is at 112 to the U.S. dollar. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world? In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? This is what you have happening inside these S&Ps out here. S&Ps right now at up $1.18. You're 245.62. That's over the highs. The high out there they're talking about is 245.01. Bottom line, yeah, anemic volume, but it's breaking its high. 28 million shares versus 132 million right now. We go take a look at the Dow Industrials. What you have with the Dow Industrials, and Dow Industrials right now are up 87 bucks. New high 21,640, and we do have anemic volume. It's pretty amazing, you know. The bid is there, meaning that they're bidding it up. But bottom line, it's pretty amazing. At this particular point in the marketplace, folks, we have 362 million shares. That's pretty amazing, okay? So the bottom line is that more than likely this is going to be the lowest trading day of the year thus far. And we've already had a few really low trading days. The composite, NASDAQ composite, what we have with the composite is this. Composite right now, trading out at a price point. Composites trading at a price point of 63.13. What you have, you're at the high that was generated out here on the 26th. That's 63.03. You're over that. You're into the downdraft from the 9th. Same type of setup, meaning dramatically lighter volume. We take a look at the 3 Qs. What do we have with the 3 Qs? NDX 100. NDX 100, 23 million shares traded. You're going into 109 million. Gold contract. What do we have with gold? We got a bid on the gold contract, bid on the silver contract. We had the price spread. You get the volume behind the move. We are trading 1228.40. You've done 252,000 contracts. That's great contract volume. You have the wide price spread. You're inside the larger range. Once we got inside 12.17, which we got inside there yesterday, we didn't hold it yesterday. Today we get inside with a vengeance. This has broken the downtrend that we've been inside the physical gold market going all the way back to the 6th of June. What is that saying? That's saying gold's going to make a run for 1298.80. We take a look at the silver market. Silver broke its downtrend. That being said, though, I want to see silver get in its larger range. Right now, the way that silver had come down, it came down hard, fast, furious. The number that I want to see it get inside is $16.12. We got to 16.07 today. It does have volume behind the move, 88,000 contracts. Bottom line, want to see in this larger range. XAU and the HUI, what we have with the XAU right now, trading up $1.50. You're at 80.93. That also broke its downtrend. That's saying the XAU wants to stop making a run for 87.39. Right now, you're at 80.93. We go to the Gold Bugs Index. We take a look at the Gold Bugs Index. Same type of setup inside the Gold Bugs Index. Nice bid out here in the Gold Bugs Index. We are up 349. You're at 186. That is saying the Gold Bugs Index wants to make a run now to the high of June 6th also, which is 204. Notes and bonds. Bottom line, CPI comes out. Notes and bonds go topside once again. You have volume behind the move. We did 1.4 million contracts inside the 10-year. Gave it up on price, though. You know, the 10-year was up at 126.01. We're at 125.21. But guess what? When you get the volume behind the move, you go right back topside. You're going to at least test that area. The high of out here today was 126.01. I do expect it's going to go after it. Now, King Dollar. This is pretty serious business, folks. Good old King Dollar just can't handle price. And if we take a look at where we are right now, you get a decisive break downtown on a Friday. And I expect what you're going to see here is we're down 578 ticks now. But guess what? In the next hour, this can go down another 100 ticks. It broke the low of 95.225. If you put this on a continuous contract, what you're going to see is good old King Dollar is making its way down to the 92 to 91,880 mark. And that is pretty intense, folks. And if we break that level, and that's a level that we've been in since January of 2015, we break that level, you're going to be down to 88 in a heartbeat. I do expect what you're going to see is that we're going to be down to this 92 to 91 in a heartbeat. And bottom line is that in that context, yes, I expect gold's going to be going higher, silver's going to be going higher, commodities in general are going to be going higher. The real question is, why is the dollar index so weak, and why is it going down to the bottom of the range? And in fact, if it breaks that range, what's that all about? Bond market is saying, guess what? Yields are going lower versus higher, no matter. The Fed may want to go up on rates again, but bottom line, when you take a look at the Fed fund futures rate, that is saying that the probability is that when the Fed is not going up until March of 2018. That's the first time that it gets over a 50% probability that it's going up. You stay right there, folks. We'll come right back. Dow Industrials right now up 88. Nasdaq's up 39. S&Ps are up 12. We're going to be right back.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, Nasdaq, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
In quiet markets, investors search for new trading opportunities. We'd like to introduce you to a new product that provides opportunities even in flat markets. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a new and innovative Chicago-based exchange registered with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their trading platform. Nadex never charges a fee to use their platform, which even includes real-time charts and full customization capability. Nadex's unique short-term binary options allow traders and investors to capitalize on strategies even when the underlying markets are quiet. Nadex's innovation has allowed them to come up with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com, or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. Will the S&P 500 continue to climb? For bold trades on U.S. large-cap stocks in either direction, trade SPXL, SPUU, or SPXS. Directions Daily S&P 500 Bull and Bear Leveraged ETFs. Direction Leveraged ETFs. An investor should carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risks, charges, and expenses before investing. A fund's prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a fund's prospectus and summary prospectus, call 866-476-7523 or visit directioninvestments.com. A fund's prospectus and summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Right now up 90, you get the Nasdaq up 40, S&Ps are up 12.5. And what we did out here today, you had JP Morgan kick off the banks, folks. And even with the market, well, actually, with JP Morgan down and the banks down, you have the Dow still up. JP Morgan right now, it hit a low today of $90.58. You are at $92.26, only down 84 cents right now. Now, that being said, what you have out here is this. You have a high volume pullback, and what that's going to generate, let's just see what that's going to be looking like. On a weekly, it's not that bad. JP Morgan, as the rest of the banks, they've been trying to take out the high from March, and they haven't been successful at it. If we go over to the XLF, what you're going to see out here in the next time. So what you had out here today is that you had JP Morgan, you had Citigroup, and I believe we had Wells Fargo also come out with numbers. WFC. So Wells Fargo is down 52 cents. They all gapped lower. Yes. So those three came out with numbers. And the numbers weren't bad. They weren't, they missed on a couple earnings numbers, loss provisions in Wells Fargo bottom line went down. And in Wells Fargo's case, I didn't look at the rest of them, but in Wells Fargo's case, what that does do is that you take $300 million less loss provisions, guess what? Your earnings are going to go up. That being said, what we're going to have out here on Tuesday is that you're going to have Tuesday, Goldman Sachs is going to be coming out with numbers. Goldman Sachs out here today, as the rest of the banks, that gap down, basically rejected lower price, and we're still basically at the top of the range. We're at 229.32. That's on the daily, and on the weekly. If this closes over 228.79, which is over right now, that's saying, hey, guess what? You can go make a run to this 232, the top of the range. Bank of America. I believe Bank of America is coming out on Tuesday also. Yes, that's coming out on Tuesday also. That got hit hard. Now this came down. And it made it all the way back. We went to 23.82. Bank of America looks weak, though. So the next big number out here inside the banks is going to be on Tuesday. We take a look at Amazon. So what we have in Amazon right now, this is the many traders and investors, I suspect, have been waiting for this. Amazon is up $1.30. You're at $1,001. Now, that being said, Amazon has been basically taking apart the retail business for a long period of time. And what you had thrown out here today is that good old Washington, D.C. Is sticking their head up right now and looking, saying, is there or should there be a concern that Amazon basically is taking people apart, and that concern should it be an antitrust concern? So the headlines out here today was U.S. lawmaker has called for hearings on the proposed deal to consider the ramifications for shoppers, workers. You had Doug Cass. He's taken up a short position. I wouldn't be short Amazon, by the way, folks. But bottom line, when this gets hit, it will get hit. Anyway, Doug Cass, part of this article is Doug Cass is short the position, saying that the government antitrust concerns will erode its value. In June, Goldman Sachs issued a note questioning tech stocks are overpriced and whether investors had overlooked the risk associated with potential government regulatory issues. Now, where this is going to go is this. This is going to go to the case of they are taking over Whole Foods, and I suspect this is going to go to the case about how many companies they take over, number one, and the aspect of what are the wages once they take them over. So we'll see where the whole thing shakes out, but that's where it looks like it's going to go. When we take a look at Amazon, if we pull Amazon up, it's laying at its highs. We put this on a weekly. Yeah, on a weekly, it's you're gonna close at 1,002. And this may be, if the weekly close on Amazon's 1,374. So we're right next to the highest close we've had. 4 weeks ago, it closed about $1 higher. Big numbers. There's no two ways about that. That is monster numbers. Let's go over and take a look at Walmart. What do we have with Walmart out here? So Walmart gapped higher today. You're up $1.40. That's going into the gap, but this is going into the gap dramatically lighter volume. We're at 76.45. Yes, that can hit 77, 76, but then guess what? I suspect that's going to be right back downtown because this is a broken chart right now. You can take a look at that on the daily, the weekly, or the monthly. And what you're going to see is that you came down. It was fast, furious, all of the above. We take some of the higher volume stocks in this market today, and this is a low volume market. The number one leader out here on the volume is Bank of America is down 36 cents. NVIDIA is leading the chips up once again. That's up $4.13. You get, let's go over to NVIDIA. NVDA. Yeah, we're right at the highs. So NVIDIA, folks, led the market down on the 9th. On the 9th of June, NVIDIA went from 168 to 142 nonstop. Well, guess what? We're at 164. Light volume, but guess what? 168.50 more than likely is going to get hit again. We put this on a weekly basis. Yeah, that's a high volume doji anyway. High volume dojis love to get tested. Now, what's intriguing here is that this is a quick test. This is a test that's only 5 weeks later. I've seen high volume dojis get tested like 2, 3, 4 months later. So how we do that test, and it's not going to test it this week because we're not at the highs of the 168.50. If we go take a look at the TLT, and this is all about the CPI out here this morning, meaning that you don't have an expansion in inflation. TLT, this is a 20-year bond plus fund. It's trading up 23 cents. You're at 123.41. And this is building some cause to trying to get back to its highs again. We put this on a weekly. It's going to need a lot more strength on the weekly. On the weekly, it hasn't done much. You tested the lows of last week. You had lighter volume. Now you're going to need price spread out there, which we don't have just yet. The high flyers. Let's go take a look at Google. I know you get Facebook at a new high. Google's up $6, but that's flat out here today. Realistically, for $1,000 stock, up $6. Facebook, different ball game. Facebook's at 159. That is getting away from the last consolidation. The top of that last consolidation was $155.59. Metals. We go take a look at the ABX. This is the largest weighting structure inside the GDX. Barrick Gold, bottom line, at least it's inside the range. Not showing a lot of strength. Barrick is inside the range, meaning $15.26. It's going to need more strength, though. Newmont, which is the second largest weighting structure. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back. Newmont, which is the second largest weighting structure, that's up 45 cents. That's showing some strength. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. You stay right there, folks. We're coming right back.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Let's go over to our man, Mr. Dave White. Now, Dave does an outstanding show, folks, every trading day right here at TFNN, 2 to 3 Eastern Standard Time, and he's got a great surprise for you. He is going to be premiering a online course. This is going to be July 26th, and it's going to be all about machine learning versus machines. Machines versus machines. It's the next wild, wild west in the computing world. Dave White, what's going on?
Well, we're going to be doing this webinar, and we wanted to come on and promote it a little bit and tell everybody what it's going to be about. when we were talking about this and trying to figure out what to say about why we're doing it,
Yes.
I really had to think back to the early 80s when the computer business was moving at the speed of light. You had hard drive companies going in and out of business, new computer companies were you'd have Compaq and then you'd have 20 others that also ran against it. And,
Right.
They'd come and they'd go. I mean, it was every few months there were people that were going to the moon and also those that just never got any traction and failed. It's kind of slowed down to kind of a crawl where you can kind of take a leisurely look at the computer industry. But I think that machine learning, which is a branch of computer science, is going to have as many new applications as computers did in the 80s.
Dave, what is the difference between machine learning and artificial intelligence?
Well, artificial intelligence doesn't really exist. It's kind of a name they gave it early on when they thought that they would truly have some kind of brain-like thing that was designed that actually worked like a human brain.
Okay.
And there isn't really anything like that. Basically, all these things take in data and with human help decide what is important and statistically important over time. So artificial intelligence is kind of a thing that they gave a name to it,
Yes.
but there's not really intelligence. There is decision making. I think
Okay.
it's the difference between somebody that has a great imagination and someone that can remember all the questions for the test. This is the equivalent of being able to learn all the answers to the test, but it's not dreaming up new answers or even new questions, right? That's kind that's kind of the intelligence part, right? Where people come
Yes.
up with brand new things. So it
Now-
is decision making, and decision making on a scale that I didn't ever think was possible by machines, which is one of the reasons we have on the webpage there, any sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic. And this stuff really is when you look at what we do with it on a daily basis. And we don't even think about it. We just kind of see all these magic things happen and wonder what's out there. And it's kind of wild.
Yeah, no,
Actually-
I'm excited about it. Now, folks, Dave has two newsletters. He has the Path of Least Resistance, and he also has the Tech Insider. And then he also has the Art of Timing the Trade Charts. If you're a subscriber to any of those, bottom line is that you come into this webinar. Well, it's an online course. That's what it is. Dave's doing a huge amount of work on it. It's going to be presented in HD. It's going to be approximately an hour. You come into that free. If you'd like to subscribe to the Path of Least Resistance, have a free trial, go to the Tech Inside, have a free trial, go to the Art of Timing the Trades. Bottom line, you also can come into this online course. Yeah, so I guess my question between the AI and the machine learning, so it's actually machine learning now. Would that be the new name for it used to be AI?
I don't know if anybody that's inside that really does this stuff doesn't call
Yes.
it AI. They call it, maybe there's one day that will become a thing, but for the most part, it's just machine learning. I've got this dump truck full of data, and I want you to find out insights into that data. And
Yes.
there's actually, I wanted to talk about this and just give you a taste of what's going to be in the presentation.
Cool.
But there's two kinds of machine learning. One's called supervised machine learning, one's called unsupervised learning. But at one point, you either have to make a decision on what you're going to do. You're either going to take the data and you're going to label it and have probably a human label it. And that means that I'm going to have 60,000 samples of people writing individual numbers, right, from 0 to 9. Well, I'm going to have somebody sit there and go, that's a 0, and they actually type in 0 next to it. That's called label. And when you actually teach or have the computer and software learn something, it already knows what the answer is, right? So it goes, okay, that's what a 0 is supposed to look like, and I already know the answer to it. The other one's called unsupervised learning, where it just looks at a bunch of things and tries to distinguish itself. Are there 10 different categories here? Are there 20 or there are 50? But you kind of lead the algorithm to saying, hey, I know that there's kind of like 10 things here, but I'm not going to teach you. I'm going to let you, Mr. Computer, try to figure out which one's a 0 and which one's a 9. So
now, is this something that you and I, well, you know, you're a software wizard anyway, so you do it. But is this something that the average person on the street could turn on and say, okay, listen, I want some information, let's say just about a city and so many things. Is that something that we are going to be able to do and to put into computing in the future?
Yes. In fact, I think within either the next year or two, you're probably going to see education at the high school level start to introduce this. There's a handful of companies that are already making software that's kind of like Excel or Word, right? Where you just kind of drag and drop the data.
Oh, that's so cool, man.
and you look at it, there's a wild variety of companies that are going to be involved, and we're going to cover what companies are doing what. But there's and one of the things I'm working on, just one very narrow version of machine learning, which there's maybe 50 different kinds of machine learning. And the one that I'm in, it has kind of 50 subsections of it. So that's one of the reasons why I think this is going to be the wild, wild west. There's so many applications of it that one company can't just come in and smother everybody out. It's going to be so big that there's going to be a lot of applications for it. In fact, one of the things I saw this week was a gentleman that's in healthcare, and they're basically telling now that to our hospital teaching centers to quit having people come in and apply for radiologists as a specialty, because General Electric already has software already so good that it's better than most radiologists in figuring out what X-rays mean, broken bones.
That's a big job going down the tubes. Holy cow.
Yeah, there's going to be some sections that are going to have wide changes, but they think within the next 10 to 15 years, there's literally no reason to have a radiologist, and they're already telling the radiologist to start working on maybe going into other specializations in healthcare.
Folks, come over to our website at TFNN. You can sign up right on the front page. Dave, you have a great one, a safe one. Of course, we look forward to speaking to you about it next week.
Good enough. Bye.
Stay right there, folks. We'll come right back.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen live during those shows, and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com.
With over $56 million in cash and over $66 million in working capital, Great Panther Silver is positioned as a company with a solid foundation and poised for growth. While completely unhedged to the price of silver, Great Panther retains 100% ownership in 2 producing mines in Mexico, which is the top silver producing country in the world, along with future potential production in Peru. Great Panther is highly leveraged to the price of silver, and after a great year of performance in 2016, Great Panther Silver has a strong outlook for 2017 as well. With good liquidity in trading and strong fundamentals on the balance sheet, while remaining completely unhedged to the price price of gold and silver, now is a perfect time to take a closer look at this equity. If you'd like to find out more about Great Panther Silver, then go to greatpanther.com or check them out on the NYSE market, symbol GPL, or the TSX, symbol GPR. The Path of Least Resistance is David White's daily trading newsletter, and if you're looking for active trading ideas, then now's a perfect time for a 30-day free trial to this powerful daily trading advisory service. David uses his years of trading experience to offer his subscribers his trading ideas each morning in his Path of Least Resistance newsletter. Using a combination of equity trades along with options, David keeps his subscribers up to date with all pertinent market information with intraday afternoon updates when warranted. Don't miss out on this great chance to get a 30-day free trial to David's daily newsletter, The Path of Least Resistance, with no obligation to pay anything. David has been delivering solid recommendations for his subscribers recently, and if you'd like to see the type of newsletter he delivers every morning, then visit the front page of TFNN and you'll find the Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters. For all the details and to start your 30-day free trial today, log on to TFNN.com now.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. They're running it up into the close. You get the Dow up 122. You get the Nasdaq up 45. S&Ps are up 14. Let's go over and take a look at that oil contract for the week. Oil's trading at 46.79 CLU 7. So this is coming into this last downdraft. It has some juice. Okay, so oil looks like it wants to make a run to 47.52. Today out here, we've done 337,000 contracts. You know, you're coming into 196,000. Yeah, it looks like it wants to make that run. ExxonMobil, XOM. Let's see when they're coming out with numbers. Because what we do have, folks, today was the kickoff of the earnings seasons in a big way. We had the banks kick it off. So Exxon's coming out with their numbers on the 28th. Exxon pays a 3.7% dividend, and this is still at the lower end of its consolidation. Chevron, CVX is actually weaker than ExxonMobil. That's at 104.59. They come out with their numbers on the 28th also. The next big numbers, it won't be Monday, but Tuesday. Tuesday, we get the rest. We get a lot of the banks that are coming out. Let's go take a look at Big Blue and see how some of these tech companies will shake out. So Big Blue is going to be coming out with numbers. Let's see, IBM. Oh, this is good. Okay, so Big Blue is coming out Tuesday too. Let's go take a look at that one. So, and that's at Lowe's. This is going to be interesting seeing if good old IBM, where they can, or what they can do. Yeah. So, you know, IBM topped out at 215. That was it was 4 years ago. And it looks like Big Blue is trying to make its way into the lower range of 130. Right now you're 154. So that's pretty serious business in Big Blue. Apple doesn't come out with their numbers until the 1st of August. If we go take a look at Facebook, Facebook comes out with theirs on the 26th. So you got 7. Yeah, that's 2 weeks. So from this point on, we're going to have some big numbers each and every day coming out here. And, you know, we'll see where that whole thing is going to shake out. ULTA, now this was going to be interesting because this is what you have. The ULTA. This is Ultra Salon, which is a high flyer in a huge way. It's a huge box store, very successful. Growth was huge. If we take a look at their growth pattern, it's pretty incredible, actually. There we go. The low for the year is 225. The high is 314. You know, you take a look at some of these numbers out here, and 2013 they were taking in 2.2 billion. 2017, folks, they've doubled. more than double. They're taking 4.9 billion. Out of that, it's all beauty and cosmetics, all the United States. So it's a big number, 4.3 billion. And so the battle here for Ultra is this. Let's pull this back a bit. So what you're going to see is you're going to see the equity nonstop on the way up. I mean, big time too. You know, we bring this back to 2009. It's $11. Okay, so it's a 20 bagger. That's you know, years ago that would have been one of the what was it? Peter Lynch from Fidelity. That would be one of his 20 baggers. Now that being said, you came down off these highs and you came down pretty good, and it looks like 212 is game. What's also happening is this: is that there was a bunch of articles today. Well, first off, you had Goldman Sachs rated as a buy. That's what this pop's about. But the pop hasn't held. Went to 267, right? You're 261. Then, because the second articles that are out there, there was a couple of them, had to do with, hey, guess what? Ulta Salon is a retailer, and we know what was happened with retailers. You know, we'll see. I've been in those stores, and I guess it comes down to makeup, hair product can be ordered online very easily when people know what they want to order. So the real question is that business going to get hit? It certainly hasn't got hit yet, but that's where the battle is going to lie, and it seems like it's lying out there, and it's lying out there pretty good. We go take a look at the IBB. The IBB right now, this has been laying, you know, at the same place after it broke out about 3 weeks ago. Bottom line, IBB looks like it wants to test the 323 mark. You're at 316. We take a look at this on a monthly basis, and on a monthly basis, that's just a dead cat bounce. Some of the, let's go see when these biotech equities are coming out with numbers. So you get Biogen coming out on the 25th of this month. Amgen is coming out on the 25th. Celgene is coming out on the 27th. You know, so the 25th to the 27th, which is 2 weeks from now. So next week you're going to have a few more of the bigger stocks come out. Following week we got a slew of them. We go take a look at the GDX out here. GDX is up 40 cents, trading $21.90. This is like kind of like, this is a sideways move out here, even though, you know, you're up 20 cents. That being said, we're gonna be looking for a sign of strength in the GDX next week, because it needs one in order to break the downtrend. Now, and more than likely what that's about, now this is where this gets wild, is that you had Barrick Gold needs a sign of strength, and that's the largest weighting structure inside the GDX. We take a look at Newmont, which used to be the dog only, you know, basically 2 months ago. This has some strength, which is really, really great, because 35.42 looks like where Newmont wants to go. Franco-Nevada, which now is a larger weighting inside the GDX, that's up 88 cents. That also is a nice setup. Franco-Nevada is really a nice setup today. I like how this, you got a little bit lower, said, see you, don't want to be you. This thing is set up to make that run up into that $76 area. And Royal Gold is something you really want to keep your eye on, because the last run-up, folks, the last two run-ups, 256, Royal Gold, here it is again. This is if you're a bull in the metals market, folks, you're going to like what this is doing. So Royal Gold, $202.56 today. 553,000 now. They're buying this thing like crazy coming into the close. This is really cool, because your swing point, your swing high, is only 46 cents higher, and we had 462,000. So that's saying you're pushing a swing, you're pushing it with volume. Guess what? This thing wants to break topside again. Big number. You stay right there, folks. We're coming right back. If you would like to test drive the gold report, you can do that by coming over to TFNN. Go to newsletters, go to investment newsletters, test drive it 30 days absolutely
Larry
free.
Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters. Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. And folks, this U.S. dollar, this is pretty intense. So CTFC comes out with their numbers. They just did a few minutes ago for the week. Bottom line, when you see this number, though, and I explain it to you, it's pretty, this dollar really wants to go lower. So for the first time in 3 weeks, speculators, they upped their bet that the dollar is going to go higher, and they upped it by a huge amount. So check this out. They went from a net long position of 135 million to a net long position of 285 million, the week ending July 11th, okay? Now, check that out, okay? So now let's go over and take a look at it, because what you're going to see is that I suspect what we had here, as they up their position, there's going to be still folks that are in it, no doubt about that, but there's going to be plenty that already got blown out, because what did it do? Well, it took apart its lows, and it took apart its lows with volume, I mean, in a huge way, too, not in a small way. You're talking about, as we're coming into the close here, we're down 593 ticks. 1,000 ticks, of course, is a penny. You had an expansion of volume. We're at 23,000 contracts. This is going to be running down. So my point is this. You go from 135 net long to 235 net long. what does that mean? That means people are buying it, right? Well, who's the seller? Who's the seller? The bottom line, folks, okay? The amount of selling is by a monster inside the dollar. That's where this thing is shaking. And that is serious business because bottom line, this thing wants lower price. Now, what gets intriguing is that, and I was thinking about this even in the market, what does happen, no doubt, is that, watch this, I'll just do this quickly for you. If I bring up the Dow Industrials and we put this, of course, we're all trading U.S. dollars. If you live in the United States, that's it. That's all that matters, right? If you spend it in the United States, watch this, and I take it from U.S. dollars, and then all of a sudden I put it into euros. When I take the Dow Industrials and change it into euros, guess what? We basically are lower versus higher. And it's because of the aspect, when I say lower, I'm talking about lower in the last 3 months, actually since February 28th. And we're lower because of the price of the dollar versus the euro. That's how this thing shakes out. If I turn around and we put the S&P up, the SPX, this is wild when you start playing with this. Because what happens is this. So when our dollar, of course, goes down, as long as we spend money in the U.S., it really doesn't affect it that much. Your buying power, it doesn't. Where it affects it dramatically is if you do go overseas. And in that context, bottom line, yeah, the S&P is the same way. The S&P topped out in the U.S. dollar euro on March 2nd. We've been down since March 2nd, when in fact we've been up. As you come over to our website at TFNN, folks, take a look at that EverBank banner, because what does happen is that you can open an account. Doesn't cost anything to open the account. You can have that account in euros. You can have that account in yen. You can have that account in Canadian dollars. In fact, watch this. The Canadians, especially down in Florida, they love coming to Florida, and I love them coming to Florida. Bottom line, this Canadian dollar is getting strong once again. In 3 months, the Canadian dollar has gone from $1.37 to the U.S. dollar to $1.26 to the U.S. dollar. So bottom line, what does it do for them? Well, what it does for them is as they come down, their dollar, of course, goes more. And bottom line, makes a huge difference in how much you can actually buy. If you'd like to test drive my gold report, folks, the way you do it, you come over to our website at TFNN.com, go to newsletters, go to investment newsletters. And always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. And whatever you want, my folks, visualize it, step into it, take ownership of it, and fly with it. Everything you need is right inside. Go have a blast. Look forward to speaking right back here, folks. Monday morning, 9 o'clock. Go get them, folks.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
This is TFNN.